This machine is a very classic high-torque cutout drill model called DHP486. There is another model called DDF486. The difference in its models is that DHP comes with a charger. We see there is a T-stop with the charging gear. DDF doesn't have a charging gear, but the machine's speed and torque are exactly the same. Our task today is quite simple, dismantling many people commend. Why is DHP 486's chuck so durable? It's also very comfortable, isn't that right? Let's take a closer look. This is a Yakova chuck, imported from Japan. Let's continue to dismantle the machine. Now all the screws have been removed. Let's pull the lens closer. Let's open the case. We're looking at the current internal motor. It's rather large. Let's start with the case. The thickness of the case is just like this. The current insulation is relatively thin, but the overall thickness of the case is not bad. There are some gaps towards the front. This gap is not due to cutting corners, but rather for energy absorption use. For instance, when we drop it from a great height, in the middle the gap will have some damping and energy absorption effects on our case. You should be able to understand this principle. Let's continue to look first. Take out the mobile phone case. What about the master control? It accounts for 60% of the total cost of this machine. The master control is for this screw and it is not completely removed. The master control is for the control board and this set. Now it is completely taken out. Let's take a look at this set. First of all, it is also a Hall motor. Nobody needs to question these doubts. The current entire series of machines are all equipped with a Hall sensor. Do we see it inside the small black chip? This is it. There is also this green board. The entire series is currently like this, and then one of its lamps can also be replaced with an external one. If the lamp is broken, it can also be bought. No need to cut the wire, it has an external plug. Then look at the current old partner of the switch, Omron switch, and then look further down. The control board is not unbelievable. It is a fully sealed and vegan control board, and it is not a metal. If the metal is metal, it will have some benefits for heat dissipation. The following one is not here workmanship. In fact, I want to criticize him. This plug is like the current brand. You should completely take this heat shrink tube to wrap it up, but he didn't plug it in directly, which seems to be a little bit less meaningful. The switch is also one that can be replaced. For example, if the switch is broken, unplug the 3 plugs. You can buy one separately, and many of the current products of Omron switches are actually similar in model size to large forks. Unplugging the 3 plugs and pressing them will replace a switch, so that if you use it, you don't have to replace the entire main control maintenance, and walking is also relatively good. The workmanship of the rotor is also very good. We have to disobey the small day because many of our domestic rotor tin steel sheets are easy to fall off from above, and he has also fixed them here. Very good. If you look at the bearing again, turn around and take a look. AMB Japan's Meibeya bearing is also an imported bearing. This is his rotor. Let's go next. Let's take a look at it again. Let's open the dial box and take a look. Is there a blessing of needle roller bearings on his star gear? After removing the plastic gusset plate above, we can see clearly that his gearbox is a split gearbox. We see that this is one of his switching between fast and slow gears is soft twist, the speed of a gear that is fast twisted. We see there's a layer of gears below and a layer of gears above. These are 2 sets of gears for 1 gear. We commonly say fast and slow gears are determined by these 2 layers of gears. First of all, we just said, there are needle roller bearings on the gears. Let's look at this detail. Is very important because if it is made of needle bearing, it will greatly improve the wear resistance of the gear. And this shaft, the only thing worthy of criticism is that the 486 gearbox is made of plastic. Okay, that's probably it. Let's demolish Douai 999 in the next issue. We'll see you next issue. I'm Xiaola.